Excuse me. Yo, 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 yo. Is my microphone too loud? Let me know if it's too loud, because I kind of adjusted the gain on it. Maybe it sounds a bit weird. Yeah, I'm up early. Turn it down a bit? Okay. I can keep speaking and you can tell me when it's good. I'm speaking, I'm speaking, I'm speaking, I'm speaking, I'm speaking. Is it better? Is it better? Is it better? Is it good? Is it good? I don't know. I can't tell if it's good. Is this good? It's good. Right here it's good. Put it a bit lower. Like that. Is that fine? It's good? Okay. Yeah, I slept. Just a little busy still. I think, I'm gonna try and not stream too much on this channel or even this main channel today and tomorrow, just so we can kind of, like, unload everything, because we haven't really gotten to all that stuff yet. Like, our clothes and all that shit's still in boxes. So I guess I kind of want, like, a little bit more time to finish up stuff, but... Yeah, we slept. Did all that. Mochi threw up all over the bed before I went to sleep, so, like, you know, that's always good. You get to sleep with a bunch of throw up. Lovely. Lovely. Thank you, baby Mochi. Oh, I got some new Mochi pictures. You guys want to see? Okay. Yeah, it was... You saw that last night, yeah. Some people didn't, though. So Mochi was laying in bed, and he decided to go under the covers, and Ivana was, like, trying to tell me to come here because it was, like, cute looking. So he crawled out from under the covers, but he didn't get out completely, and so he looks like this. He was crawling out, and that's what he looked like. What is this dude doing? What is he doing? I don't think he's very bright. Yeah, he's cute. He's kind of like... He's very barky. Like, he kind of likes yelling at people. Maybe it's just because he's trying to protect us, which I think that's the case. Like, we had taken him to a pet store, and every other dog was so well behaved, and then you have Mochi, a gremlin, like, barking at a fucking bag of food. Bro needs a bit of training. Needs a bit of a stern hand. Quinyo. No, he's not. He's not. He's protecting us from the bags of food. That's what I've gathered. But yeah, today's probably going to be a very uneventful day, and I don't want to be tied to a stream that I potentially would stream 6 hours on when I can't because we have to get stuff done. So we'll see. Skroka, yo, buddy. Probably going to try and play a bit of Total War, though, again. It's very seamless. I love it. I can work on the hobby and then instantly press a button. I haven't tried the new bolt throwers yet, no. I've tried the Grudge Rakers, I've tried the Barge. I was testing Grudge Rakers. I actually don't think generic Grudge Rakers are good. Yeah, I don't know, man. Like, the Grim Delvers are nice still at, like, killing anti-air, but, like, generic Grudge Rakers just don't do anything. And that's not really their job. I'm even going to say, with the current state of the game, you can't shift armies unless you've got Iron Drakes. That's the biggest clearer in the game, period, for Dwarves. Like, if everyone's Bronze Shielded, Silver Shielded, like, Thunderers do nothing, Grudge Rakers do nothing. Like, you'll fight Skeleton Warriors, and they're just irrelevant. You'll fight anything Tzeentch, they're irrelevant. Like, you just gotta go in with a Thane, take the ring, maybe take Thoric for, like, flame resist for your own guys, and just burn everything out. Like, that's what I'm noticing. You know, take the Grim Delvers because they're good at killing Furies. Take 4 units of Drakes in almost every game. Rangers, like, not... With the shields and domination and shit like that, they just seem invulnerable. Everything is invulnerable. I had, like, 2 units of Grudge Rakers, 2 units of Thunderers, and a Malachi buffing everything. They can't even kill, like, a single Tzeentch shielded unit. It's horrible. Like, you just need Drakes. Yeah, it's multiplayer. Well, you don't really... You can put your finger over it to see if it's, like, raised when it shouldn't be, but you can also just throw your knife over it, and the knife would kind of pick it up as well. Or you eyeball it, and you're like, alright. Yo, yep, here for a little bit. I've got a few decent ideas. Last night, I think at like 2 a.m., I decided to probably try and make this into a Crag the Grim plastic. And I've been working out, like, is that even English? What am I saying? I've been trying to work out the bits for Crag the Grim. Dwarf Fortress? Nah, not really. Isn't that, like, super management game? Where you turbo manage everything? Painting white is too hard. There's a lot of tutorials out there. I think right now white's probably not as bad as it used to be with, like, how people do it. But I could be wrong. I haven't painted white since, like, I don't even know, man. Last time I played Fantasy. Maybe doing, like, long beards. I need to replace this with a different hammer. Ideally. It's a super simulation game. Yeah. Dwarf Fortress. But it's more of like a management game, right? Dude, look how boss that looks. That's cool. It's weird, though, because, like, this is basically how they just did the Rune Lord. in Total War, where it's like an anvil head with horns. It seems like all the fucking named rune lords have horns. It's cool though. Yeah. And then I was gonna do the back banner, which again it's just more of a mock-up, but make it look really good, you do this. Look at that. Kinda. The general idea, I think it'd be taller. Yeah, Thoric, Craggy, not Craggy, Thoric, Crag the Grim, they've all got horns. It's very bizarre. Countless sort of videos, putting in hobby streams, so I wanted to ask if I could get invested into this realm, but I have no clue where to start. What is Age of Sigmar versus the old world content? Is lore still being published? Is there a Warhammer website where I can go keep up to date? I tried Googling, but this is such a vast topic, I don't even know where to start. Any help? Yeah, so everything you've played, Total War, Vermintide, all that stuff that takes place in Warhammer Fantasy. Warhammer Fantasy, put it this way, if you know Star Wars, Age of Sigmar is the sequel trilogy. Warhammer Fantasy is the original trilogy. The Old World is the prequel trilogy. Does that make sense? That's kind of where they slot in. They're all going to be one canon. Like, the Old World is not what Total War is. It is, but it's like a few hundred years before that. Is that a good baseline to work from? Do you know what I'm saying? So, if you like Vermintide and you like Total War, you're basically going to want to play Old World. Warhammer Fantasy is no longer a thing. Old World is just a few hundred years, again, set before the events of Fantasy. At least where it was. And it's essentially this, it's basically the same thing. You've got same characters, same universe, same units. You know, you play dwarves in Total War, you've got the warriors, the quarrelers, the longbeards, everything. Characters in Total War in the setting of the Old World will be younger. So as an example, if you know Ungrim Ironfist, the Slayer King, in the Old World, he is coming back as a miniature, but it's his younger self, right? So there's a lot of things that they're doing to kind of like push that this was a few hundred years, you know, before what we had. What I would suggest, if that's what you love, if you really like Vermintide Total War, depending on what race you like, I don't know what you play, so I can't really suggest anything, but the main website is Games Workshop. Or is it Warhammer now? Is that what it is? Okay, it's just called Warhammer. www.warhammer.com. Dwarves, Empire as well. Okay, so the Empire is currently not out in the Old World. They're basically going to be re-releasing Warhammer Fantasy miniatures and then updating a few of them to fit the narrative. The only thing you'll have access to soon are the dwarves. Yeah, the dwarves are coming up next as the big Old World release, because the game is only coming back now, so they're slowly weeding through the armies and like re-releasing everything. Bretonnia, Tomb Kings, and Orcs and Goblins are currently out in full force. Dwarves are up next, which should be about this month or next month. And so on and so forth. You know, every few months, 6 months, whatever it may be, they're going to bring back another race. Yeah. So, Warhammer.com, that's kind of where you'd start with miniatures. The game itself, I don't know if you want to play the game, but, like, I guess it does play out like Total War with big blocks of units, and you're flanking and doing all this shit, whatever. I guess that's your closest experience to, like, Total War. But, you know. Yeah, Bretonnian, yeah, they got a few new things. I mean, the only reason the Old World came back is because Total War was a success. Like, Total War saved Warhammer Fantasy. Easily it saved Warhammer Fantasy. Like, there's no coping there at all. It absolutely did the best it could for this universe. And it paid off. It was great. Because now everything's coming back and everything is going to be like it once was, you know, back in 8th edition. Back in, like, what, 2014 or something? I don't know. 2013? I think Age of Sigmar came out 2015. Maybe I'm wrong. So, you know, that's your best bet. If you want minis, go there. At least to kind of, like, peruse. What is liked by the fantasy player base? Okay, I gotta complete this. Vermintide was, yeah, it played its part, but I would say if Vermintide was the only thing they played off of, it would never have come back. There's no way. Total War was such a massive success, and it really encapsulated the entire universe, instead of Vermintide being like a tidbit of the universe. So, knowing the fans love everything, it's wise to bring back everything, you know? And even then, update it at the same time. But yeah, when it comes to starting any Warhammer, if you really want to go all in and actually want to purchase stuff, your best bet is probably the army boxes when they come out. So, like, the Greenskins had one, Tomb Kings had one, Bretonnians had one. If you're very much committed to playing and you want to try, like, yeah, the army boxes are your best value. Like, as an example for the orcs, in Canadian funds, it's $220. You get 2 orc boar chariots, 31 orc boys, 40 goblins, and then transfer sheets. Those don't matter. But, like, you save a little bit of money, I believe, instead of purchasing them all separate. And if I'm wrong on that, then what a waste. I'm in Ontario. Ontario. Toronto. Not a great place to be, you know? Canada. What is this guy on about? What? I smashed the ancestor heroes. Where? Is this them? Are they dead? Did they cast magic? What a weird life the Chaos Dwarves live. What a miserable, weird life they live. What a bunch of wretched, worthless creatures. Imagine his head is just the Anvil of Doom, and there's like a miniature dwarf hitting it with a hammer. That'd be pretty boss, no? Weird. That'd be weird. Yo, Rainsden. Bro, why are you playing Assassin's Creed? I remember when I played Assassin's Creed, I had the collector's edition of the first game. And they had, like, the little Altair figure. I don't know what that is. Yeah. Daily scraping stream. Well, actually, we can also do Total War, which I could turn on, like, right now and just play. Assassin's Creed was fun. I don't really keep up with it now, but, like, it was definitely a games game. It was a gamer game. Very fun. Turn your brain off and just, like, beat a bunch of people up. But, like, I mean, even if it aged poorly, it's a matter of when it first came out, everyone was like, oh my god. Holy shit, look what we can do. We're assassins. And then everyone goes and parkours and, like, fucking dies. Pretty sure there's been videos of people doing those, like, what are they, swan dives or something? Off of buildings into, like, haystacks. Well, I mean, look, man, you do whatever for, like, internet fame these days, right? Although, this isn't even, like, a these days thing. It's, like, back in the day. Back in my day, I used to swan dive off the Empire State Building for recognition. Now I just break into people's homes. It's so much easier. Black Flag was sick. That was a great game. My problem with Assassin's Creed games, though, is it's like you just get sidetracked and you want to go kill a bunch of stuff instead of do the missions. At least that's how I was sometimes. What is S&B? What is that? Oh, Skull and Bones. What are you talking about, bro? Type that again, I ban your ass, you freako, mutant British man. Chill out, dude. Bro thinks we're on a Slanesh stream. What the hell? Sacrilegious. Was it made by the same people? Was it Ubisoft who did both? A lot of people say, why don't you play those games? Play the pirate games. Tobias, you're a pirate. Play the pirate games. And it's like, do you see the state of these games? You pay how much money to get what experience? It's like, nah, man. Buy a shitty, unfinished AAA terrible game that just, like, isn't better than its predecessor, or buy Warhammer. Same studio? That's the current state of things, dude. Play Manowar. That's cooler, though. Manowar's cool. Maybe not the game, but I always love the idea of naval battles instead of, like, space battles, because, like, that's kind of where they draw the line, right? If you're a 40k fan, you get the gothic stuff. If you're fantasy, you get Manowar. That's cool. Like, it may not be for everybody, but, like, the idea is great. Dwarves and pirates, regardless of quality. Well, I am someone who prefers quality. Not, like, dribble. Because there's so many things out there for, like, both. There's actually quite a few dwarf games, but most of them aren't very appealing. If not all of them, honestly. I guess it just depends on the person. Not everyone's gonna like the games you do. That's okay. The Dwarves? Wasn't that like a story-driven game? With, like, cinematics and stuff? Yeah. I've seen it. I haven't played it, no. When it comes to gaming, a lot of my interests are very skewed. So, like, even if it's a dwarf game and I love dwarves, I'm probably not going to play it unless it's like Warhammer. Which the only game to ever do Warhammer dwarves was, at least well, from my knowledge, was Total War. I don't know if there was another one, but... Well, I guess I was more so talking about, like, strategy games. Because they had a bunch of older strategy games for Warhammer Fantasy. But yeah, Barden's good. I don't think there were. No, I don't think there were. Hmm. I wonder what I should replace this with. Some ornate-looking head. Just I can't think of any right now. What could I use instead of this? It's so funky, because, like, all of the older editions minis, a lot of them are Belagar's hammer? That would be sacrilegious. That would be sacrilegious. It's a good idea, though. Um... hang on. Like, look at Crag the Grim's hammer. What is that? What is that? For being, like, the Rune Lord of all time. Bro's got, like, the Dollarama drip. Show some of that fucking rune prowess. These are all older. I don't think you're gonna find anything in here. Yeah, it could maybe be something. It's just it's just a giant chunk of metal with like no detailing. Yeah, that's okay. Bro, they made what is that, the Red Baron? What is that? Yeah, what is that? Oh god. Yeah, probably something to do with longbeards or hammerers. It's just... I would convert the hell out of it, not to make it look, you know... I mean, Jesus, look at the difference. Hammerers are pretty Giga Chad. Yeah, well, those are way too big. The Stormcast hammers are massive. Like, these are huge. That could be pretty alright. Just chop the back off. Maybe something like that. Iron breakers. I feel like the hammerers being converted slightly would make more sense just because they're so ornate. Like, you wouldn't really have a rune lord of all things with like shoddy looking stuff. Like, the iron breakers do have good hammers, or a hammer. So here's the iron breakers hammers. I guess, you know what, with Crag being kind of squared, yeah, they're pretty ornate. I mean, as they should be. As they should be. Iron breakers are decked out in, like, pure Gromroll. Yeah. And maybe you're right, actually. The iron breakers would be pretty alright for this. It's a little more generic, but, like, I could work in some stuff. This is just utterly massive. This is so massive. And even though it looks impressive... It's interesting, though, because I'm going pretty, like... I'm going pretty standard on the anvil guard, where they're just literally holding anvils. And then maybe deck it out with, like, green stuff for filigree and whatnot. I'm down to mess with... Because I have so many bits, considering you buy a box and you get, like, all the components for 2 different things and you can only build 1. So I've got a bunch of bits. I kind of like this one. Maybe not, though. This one looks pretty alright to mess with as well. Try these 2. This one's good, too. This one is bizarre. No. I think the sphere... I guess we'll see. I'll leave a few of these out just to mess with them. I'll chop them up and maybe work with them. Well, I was gonna chop them down. I was gonna chop these down. So like that. And that's basically the same size. So the hammer banner. The hammer banner hammer? Ah! Jesus. Oh, this one. Yeah, thank you. Did I paint the blue? Well, the blue is just blue tack. Mm. Yeah, I could do that. That's fine. I mean, chopping up things is how the hobby works anyways, so it's chill. I'll keep these in mind, though. I do want to use one. I'm probably going to use one of these. So, like, the 3 different hammer bits, and then, maybe the 2 Ironbreaker ones I'll figure out. Ideally, if I am making Crag the Grim, it would make more sense to go with some sort of, like, rectangular hammer like this, just to keep it in the style of him. If not, I mean, these are all very nice. Like, you chop that off, chop the back off, clean it up, throw, like, a few more bits on it, make it look different. Try that. I would do Empire or Greenskins. Those are the 3... Empire, Greenskins, and Dwarves were the 3 armies I played the most, and they were the biggest armies I had, period. So, that's what I would do. You know, I've been tempted by the Greenskins. What part of the Empire? When I was doing it, I mean, I love Reichland. Like, the red and white was always so sick. I didn't mind Nuln. Like, this is pretty basic bitch shit, you know? Nuln and Reichland. I still even have my Empire's Heraldry book. Let me see if it's up here. Where it shows all of the uniforms for, like, the different provinces. Or states. I know. It is somewhere in the garage. Everland is cool, yeah. I love, like, the Empire's attire is just so clean. The state troops being, like, their pants are, like, half 2 different colors, and then they're, you know, whatever you'd call their big shouldery things. It's just, it's a cool aesthetic. It's very cool. Osland. I'd have to go back and look at them again. I haven't seen Empire colors in a long time. Black and white with hints of red. That's cool, yeah. That's definitely cool. We'll see, though. The Empire is going to be out, like, probably dead last. Most likely. I don't suspect they'll be out anytime soon. Fantasy Holy Roman Empire. Goldfag and Skulltaker. I've got PTSD from Skulltaker because my buddy used to play demons and he'd always bring him, and I'm like, please God, get me away from this guy. Like, just go away. Gorbad was always my favorite of the orcs, at least in terms of miniature. Gorbad was like, he was more of like a myth. Well, not even a myth, because he did do his deeds, but like, he's kind of like a long dead war boss. He's not really kicking around when Grimgore's kind of doing his thing and everything. I don't know. I like Gorbad. I think he's cool. I think classic, like, you know, Empire versus Orcs, that's great. He always had such a, like, striking, massive model for someone who's just mounted on a boar. Goldfag, whatever. Mercenary dude, ogre, don't really care about ogres. But Gorbad is sick. And I've been saying that for a while. I'm like, if you're going to do any Orc DLC, you need Gorbad Ironclaw. And then, of course, they talked about, what, maybe a Colossal Squig, or that was brought up somewhere. The Squig Gaba. The giant squig that shoots squigs out of its mouth. There's a few things you could do for the greenskins. They're always cool. More problems to deal with when it comes to greenskins, considering they just swarm you to death, but you know. I still have my Gorbad Ironclaw somewhere in the garage. Somewhere in the garage. Yep, that's cool. I mean, Total War is a great game. It's just really, really good. The gameplay's fun, the universe is amazing, everything about it's just great. So the more content, the better. Ideally. Oh, there's supposed to be a shoulder pad. Cazador, listen, forget Cazador, bro. You've already got Thoric. Cazador never had, like, he does less than what Thoric does in the end times. That says something. He's a king versus, like, a master rune lord, doing less. I don't really care so much about Cazador. I'd rather have shield bearers. You know who I'd want instead of Cazador? I mean, speaking of Cazador, you know the guy who did my paintings for me? He did Cazador. I don't know if you saw it. You'd probably like it because, you know, you're a Cazador fanboy. Give me Bugman. Bugman is so much more impressive than Cazador. We've already got kings. Like, Bugman still is without his rangers. Or rather, vice versa. Our ball for the Corn Lord. Skulltaker. Is Arbol more of like a deep cut? Because Skulltaker really wasn't. Skulltaker was kind of like everywhere. Like, I think Bugman would be way better than Cazador, personally. You know what would be so sick? Bugman can take a mount, and his mount is his brew cart, and it's like a corpse cart for dwarves. Yeah, buddy. That's what it should be. And he just has his, like, fucking crossbow on it. He's just shooting people. That'd be awesome. Or you can take him with, like, you know, on foot and he has stock and all that crap. Yep. I mean, you know, the craziest thing about the old world coming back is they tease the Bugman's card, so I'm really wondering how that's going to work. Will it give your guys regeneration or some weird shit for the old world? Grombrindle, Gotrek, and Bugman in multiplayer. That's a lot of, yeah. I mean, I'd like to see how relevant Bugman is. I feel like he'd be more of, like, a supporting character. Kind of like a runesmith or a rune lord versus someone who's, like, really taking initiative. He did have rules. It's just been so long since I've looked at them. Oh, yeah, yeah. Well, they still do have that commemorative mini. Bugman's 2 go-kart for my dwarf army. You really? That's funny. That's, I mean, that's cool. Bugman was always a cool character, and I mean, everyone respects him. It's just kind of a niche. Bro just wants to go out and massacre every fucking goblin in existence. The craziest thing to me is a dwarf size is definitely a problem when it comes to, like, fighting. So when it comes to goblins and larger things in the old world, it's like, oh, who cares, it's a goblin. For dwarves, it's like the same size as them. So imagine fighting an orc, which towers over a dwarf. And you've got the stubbiest, like, weapons that just don't reach anywhere. It's interesting. Like, how would dwarves ever even beat, like, an entire wall of just straight spears? I mean, you could do, sure, that's possible, but, like, you have no reach compared to these things. You have absolutely no reach. Everyone who is taller than you with a longer weapon has so much more of an advantage. I guess their armor, yeah, sure, you just get stabbed to death, and it's like, well, who cares? I've got, like, 3 sets of armor on, and my limbs are like tree trunks. Like, yeah. That's true. That is true. I guess you could kind of just, like, face tank everything and run the fuck up. But if that wasn't the case, and there were ways to get through dwarven armor, which, I mean, they're just stat checking you at that point, the dwarves would kind of be fucked. You know what I mean? Like, if there were spears that could kind of pierce that stuff very easily, which, good luck with that, but I guess there is a logical reason for it, but, like, I'm thinking of, if the weapons were there, the dwarves would just lose? Or you pepper them with guns first and then kind of, like, run in? Yeah. Chop their legs out. I mean, where else do you aim with a fucking hatchet? Or, like, a hammer? You crack fucking ankles and whatnot. Dwarf Army in the third Hobbit movie with the double height shield wall they put up in seconds. But they had spears. Dwarves with spears would be the most OP thing ever. Spears logically would make the most sense for dwarves in actual like warfare, but those are elven weapons. We don't support spears. I've seen his channel. Yeah, I've seen his channel. They'd be nasty when they get there. What do they just like crack your ankles out and like chop your legs apart? They can't be moved, period. You're never going to shift a dwarf. Like, you could never actually topple over something like that. Center mass is just... With how built they are and how much armor, there's no way. Yeah, I mean, you know how you beat cavalry charges as dwarves? You just shoot them to death. It's like, why even let them hit the shield wall? Just shoot them. Line up some thunderers. You're good. That's funny. Good luck pinning him. Yeah, you can't move these guys. You cannot move them. Guns beat cavalry every time. I mean, as long as you can load them fast enough, sure. Yes. There is no way you're charging into a line of pikes. Maybe, maybe not even today. The only reason I'm here is because I can leave anytime I want. I'm not really bound by, like, a schedule, like typically League is. And me and Ivana need to keep unpacking. Because we need the garage cleared out. And we don't want to be packing for weeks on end. Or unpacking, I should say. Busy, busy. Busy, but we shouldn't be busy. But, you know, life is always that way. I just want to sit down and not have to do anything all day. Yeah, I saw him. Corn is disgusting, though. I like corn. It's cool, though. Wretched, vile demons. But he's cool. I do like Slanesh is by far the worst. I don't really care about that whole like depravity thing and excess. Zinch is cool. I'm not really, you know what? I'm not really a fan of Nurgle or Slanesh. Zinch and Corn for me personally. I have my first old world match today. Good luck, dude. What are you playing? Dwarves? Ogres. Oh, I hope you fucking lose. I hope you lose to the dwarves. I hope they're dwarves. Now, good luck, buddy. That's cool. I remember fighting an ogre player who had, he was role-playing. I'm not even kidding. You know, to each his own, whatever. He was an ogre player, but he was proxying certain things in the army with, like women, human women in, like, very suggestive attire. And he was going through his list saying, like, this is the succubus Lilith. Like, she's a slave of the ogres. I'm like, what? You know, and then it would be like my turn. I'm like, this is Borgut Facebeater. He eats his own shit. Like, dude, it was... that was a weird game. That was just at a Games Workshop. That wasn't even at an event. That was just straight up a pickup game at like a Games Workshop. Fat dudes with meat and a big belly. Hey, I respect it. That's basically every man. This is a Rune Lord from Games Workshop. But I'm going to be converting him to make him look a bit cooler. Just trying to piece things together. So... the horns for sure. The hammer swap for sure. Maybe adding some more, like, knots to the beard. I mean, he was playing with his grandmother, man. I don't even know what the fuck was going on. Which elves? I mean, yeah, elves are not dark. Like, listen, if you want to hate dark elves, which you should, they're disgusting, vile, horrible, like abominable creatures. Go read Elf Slayer. Elf Slayer, I mean, I'm sure there's even worse than Elf Slayer when it comes to, like, explaining what dark elves are doing. Let's just say they'll probably end up on Twitter one day, getting canceled. Like, a document comes out on the elves, I'll tell you. Yeah, I mean, that's just what dark elves are, though. If you, like, dark elves are always about, like, the slaves and the sex and the arenas. It's just a bunch of, like, depraved shit, you know? Excess. I don't like them. But, I mean, to each his own. If you like that stuff, that's great. Not really my thing. You did? Yeah, I'm not really that's like, no. I wonder how they're portrayed in, like, the Malice Darkblade book, or any of the other books that they've come out with. Yeah, I mean, there's certain things in Warhammer that, like, you shouldn't really mess with. Malice is nasty. I haven't read it. I will never read it because I'm not reading a book about malice, but, like, I'm sure it's pretty abominable. If there's anything to do with Dark Elves, it has to be disgusting. I do not like that species.
Shut up, you dickhead, now fuck off!
Cross, thank you, dude. First book, there is the R word in skinning. Skinning? Okay, yeah, the first, I mean, that's what they would do, though. It's horrible, but that's the world you live in with Dark Elves. I mean, they were taking kids in Elf Slayer for, like, reasons. You know, they're terrible beings. Yeah, that's when you make something like that, though, it's like, yikes, but at the same time, what else would it be? You know what I mean? Like, they're just disgusting, deplorable creatures. All of them. You can't tell me otherwise. They're terrible. You should feel ashamed. Okay, let's do a Total War game. I'm down. Some Warhammer players are disgusting creatures. There's a lot of disgusting people on this earth. Thank God we like dwarves. We're normal. You know, it's weird. Of all the races in fantasy to like, the dwarves probably have the biggest cult. Like, if you like dwarves, you really like dwarves. It's almost this, like, weird fascination, but, like, in a very honest way. Not in a very, like, you know, Twitter, headcanon heavy, like, sexual way that most people would view, like, I guess, elves and stuff like that. I like all factions. I like, because they exist. I mean, they're cool. Like, the world itself of Warhammer is awesome. It's just certain things I'm very much, like, disgusting. Yes. But that's also kind of a bad thing. Like a whole, in Dwarven society, your worth is measured in your beard and kind of like what you're doing, you know? It's like, listen, beardling, I'm not going to listen to a goddamn word you say. Go pick the mines for like 30 years and then come talk to me. Either way, for all the good in the world, there's also bad. And that's with every race. It's not like there is a pure race of whatever and they're all perfect. The dwarves are not perfect. Very honorable, very, like, noble beings, but, like, far from perfect. They've got their issues. Okay, Total War time. Quiet. Skaven are really wholesome. What? The ones that turn people into, like, literal meat curtains and do horrible experiments on people? They added a new game mode, by the way, in this, where it's land battles, except it's called Conquest, and there's only 1 point on the battlefield. 1 single point. It's pretty good. I've seen it. Pretty sure people have been doing it in, like, Total Tavern or whatever, but We'll do like 1 or 2 games of this and then be done. Because I do want to go back and do the hobby. Gates of Ekrend. Oh wow. Cue the song. Okay. I don't really know how this map is set up. I just know that, like, if there's potentially some sort of large, I'm spamming bolt throwers. I want to see how good they are. I feel like bolt throwers do really well against dark elves. Actually, in one of the matchups, I think that's pretty decent for dwarves with bolt throwers. Everything else I can't really think of. Oh, shit, even beastmen. Maybe beastmen? Maybe? Could you maybe do that? Ogres, they're pretty good into ogres. Yeah, for sure. But actually, the problem with ogres is I would wager they're not good. On paper, it makes sense that bolt throwers would be good into ogres, but, like, they only cover melee ogre infantry. Or maybe lead belchers as well, but, like, they can't go after scrap launchers. They can't go after iron blasters, stuff like that. Yeah. I got a 3rd in Lord of the Rings tournament. That's cool. Yeah, I like the Lord of the Rings game. I haven't played it in so long, but it's definitely awesome. 1.7k value. Was this recently? Because they buffed bolt throwers. Like, they really, really buffed them. Also, what the fuck is this map? Where are the points? Are the points, like, left and right flank? Where are they? Wow. 1.7k value bolt thrower is insane. That's good. Versus... What are you even targeting? Like, Jezzails? You can't even outshoot Jezzails, no? What would you target in a Skaven army with bolt throwers? Rat ogres? Like, Screaming Bell? Shit like that? Yeah, okay, sure. The guy had 4... Do bolt throwers even hit Jezzails? What's the range of Jezzails? They probably do, right? Most likely. $675. Let's just roll with a fucking fire ring thing. Doom flares. Those things were supposed to be made up of gyrocopter parts. So funky. I don't really know how Vanguard deployment is on this map. Genuinely have no clue. I've never played this map, period, so I guess I just don't know. My question is, I've never fought beastmen, period, in domination, and I've never fought them on this map. Like, how relevant are Cygors in this game mode? Do people run them? If they do, I'm fucked, because, like, I don't have a single cannon. I guess that's the life we live. Maybe I should run a cannon. But I gotta squeeze 100 gold. $500, just dwarf warriors. Actually, okay, I'm gonna leave the bolt throwers on nothing because I want to see how valuable they are at, like, no upgrades. I like how they updated the portraits. Like, what's going on with the Giant Slayer, dude? Or the Dragon Slayer? 625. I mean, I got a gold. Sure. Let's just try this. I have no fucking idea. 2 cannons and 2 bolt throwers. Oh! That's a lot of money. I mean, to be fair, Malachi is, like, turbo expensive. Bro is, like, 1,600 with all the good stuff. Which is expensive for a guy who just sits in the back of the map. Okay. So we're forced to do... Shit, how does this even work? Where do you think you would deploy? Here's the problem. If you start with cannons on a map like this, 2 points are on a hill. Okay. Well, if you start with artillery on this map, dude, you can run through a forest here. He's gonna go for 3, or he's just gonna overrun 2. The problem with cannons and artillery on maps like this that have, like, really solid lanes is that if you deploy them on one side of the map and he just decides to deploy everything on the other side, you're fucked. You'll never get into position with, like, the stuff you need. Oh, that's cool. Yeah, Black Orcs having that would be awesome. Like, the initial rule where they just get, like, great weapons, shield and, you know, choppa, or dual choppas. Like, that's cool. You should be able to get all 3. And then, of course, increase their points cost, because that makes sense. Or you could just come out with variants of Black Orcs. You could do that. That could be an option. Okay. So, artillery looks absolutely decent on both sides. The question is, how do I play it? We're both opening with 12 units. I guess the issue is, again, if he goes, like, really hardcore on one side, I'm just kind of fucked. Like, I think I put the bolt throwers on one side and the cannon on one side. It's just, where do you start with this? I probably should have never put artillery instantly on the field, because this is the problem. I can't be reactionary with it. It's just gambling at this point. They go for point 1 and 2, so they don't even bother with 3? True. Blame genetics. Well, there's no way I can push these 2 points. Could I push those 2 points? Maybe. Bro, there's so many bolt throwers.
For the High King! Vengeance!
They play right side of the map. Okay, let's go. The problem with playing, like, the right side of the map is, I can't achieve this. Does that make sense? Like, I don't think I could get there in time. And if you overextend with dwarves, you're just kind of, like, setting yourself up to die. A horrible death. Again, I've never fought Beastmen on this map, and I've never even, like, fought Beastmen in domination period, so let's just see how this goes. Pretty much just gonna hug the wall, though. This is pretty interesting. There's Ungors in here. There's gotta be. Where are they?
Rage fast!
No?
We demand blood!
Bro, there's a Torox.
These herbs aren't worthy! Charge!
Like, what is Torox doing?
It is a reckoning! We are relentless!
We have a victory point. Keep it from the foe.
Malachi Macais! Vengeance! Yes!
This is bad.
It is a reckoning! Strike out! Kill the oath splitters! The next kill's ours! Iron Drakes!
Okay, well, you know, you're right. He did go hardcore right side. Okay. Well, you learn as you play.
They have wronged us!
You do learn as you play.
Kill is ours! Go! Go! Macaisan! For the High King!
Torox is just fucking dead though, thankfully.
For mountain and home!
Okay, maybe like pull this over, pull this over.
War of vengeance! Malachi Macaisan! It is a reckoning! Honored!
So you'd really just have to like create a giant, potentially wall over here. That's how you'd do it, realistically. Like back up into the corner, maybe just hardcore play right.
Move now! Pump those
Because I'm gonna lose all my artillery.
Have at them! Joey John! Blow through! Down! Killers! For the ancestors! Dragon Slayer! Slay or be slayed! We demand blood! Shoot! Manners! Nothing could stop us!
I mean, maybe I can turn it out.
They have wronged us! Engineer! Yes! Move to attack! Shah! Worm hacker!
The bolt throwers lived. All right, cool.
Attack the earth!
Kind of bad though for the cannon, but whatever.
Dwarf warriors! Nothing can stop us! They have wronged us! They have wronged us! Dragon Slayer! Let me at him! I command the spirit of Brittany! Firing on fire! I answer command! Oxygen! Fire on the foe! Fever Dwarf Grimnir! Dwarf warriors! Ready! Mark out! Take him! Pull out! Yes! Going!
I can maybe just sweep back here.
Iron Drakes! They have wronged us!
Gonna be a bit of a slog, but you know.
Strike out! Satisfy the grudge! Dragon Slayer! Fight! Slayers! Move! Move! Pour on the floor! Find your targets! Anu! Yes!
What are the Iron Drakes doing? Did they just get like rear charged? Like what the fuck? For real?
Give them a smacking! Thunderers! Hey!
What is that nonsense, dude?
Yes! Ready! Serpent Slayer! Go!
Damn, the Slayer value into Ungors. That's great.
For the ancestors!
OP value.
Right, settle this!
Lol.
Get them! Yes, Lord! Kazoo! Charge! Warrior of Grimnir! Now are you ready? Go! Down! Draken Drengi! Crack their giggles! If your targets will!
I can reclaim this hill.
They have Rondos! Charge! Axes out, lads! Off we go! On it! Plow through! Kill 'em all! Kaduk! For the killer's ankle! Shoot! Fire! Reload! Fire! Yes, Lord! Vengeance! Iron Drakes! Fight! Moving out! For the killer's ankle! Fire! Reload!
Is he gonna die for this? Oh my god.
Let's stop! Go!
Unlucky.
Range far! Range fast!
I'd love a cannon here. If I could somehow, like, weed out a cannon, that'd be great.
Fire of vengeance!
Because I can push back.
Take them down! Move to attack!
You know what? Let's just... Why just do this.
This grudge must
Just
be
do this.
satisfied! Aye! Gary, with me! Move to attack! Slayers! Move now! Shoot the wizards! Taking aim!
Bro, bolt throwers, do something. Come on, guys.
Move! Kill the earth splitters! Shoot the wizards! Iron Drakes! Engineer! Let's see how this goes! Dragon Slayer! Miners! Shield bearers! All! Castle! This is a reckoning!
What?
Dragon Slayer! Now you'll stop me! Slayers! Congrimnia! Bring death on them! Hey! Yes! Down! Miners! Slayer! Feel hooks! No! Dragon Slayer!
What are my Iron Drakes doing? What are we doing, dude?
Let the vengeance begin! Who's getting lumped? Casino! Put those dwarven legs! Remember character! Aye! Off we go! Aye! As ye command! Karduk! Butcher of drakes! Makes them! Range fire! Range fast! Veterans! I'm ready!
Fuck, if I didn't lose my Grim Delvers to, like, literally nothing, this would have been better. Oh, I got him again. Except they're on this side. Oh. Oops. My bad.
Yes, Lord! Aye! Sir! Dwarf warriors!
Not a very bright
Killers!
deployment.
Lights on it! Will do! Fight! On! Hackenstein! Show us the target, Lord! Thunderers! Put those dwarven legs! Anat! Kazook! Down!
Okay, cool, we pushed him back.
Pump those dwarven legs!
Not bad.
They have wronged us! Yes! Go! Go! Ranged firepower ready! It is a reckoning!
He's shielded. Just gores.
I command the spirit of Gruni! Charge! Miners! Dwarfs! Ready axes! The runes glow! Move more! Move now!
I really need some,
The Grimnir! Anad! Killers!
Could put a bolt throw over here.
Select target. Kazakhan, ha! Yes.
Dude, the Cinder Blast bomb would be so awesome. Shit.
Thunderers.
Who wants the bolt throwers?
Ranged firepower ready. Get him. We are relentless. Let the vengeance begin. Dragon Slayer. Warrior of Grimnir. For the ancestor gods. Drain them. The clans unite. Blow through. For the High King. Slayers! Zah! Come on! Vengeance! Dwarf warriors! Shoot! Now! Dragon Slayer! Move now! Iron Drakes! We fire on your command! Get moving! Plow through! Aye, as fast as the legs can go! Thunderers! Kill them! Dwarf warriors, come on! Slayers, vengeance!
Bolt throwers are way better now. They have double the models and they have more anti-large damage. Like, they seem way better, personally, but, you know. Unlucky.
Let the vengeance begin! Vengeance! Come on, killers! Down! Move! Vengeance! Strike out! Iron Drakes! For mountain and home!
One of your units has been destroyed.
That's great.
Righto! Kazu! This won't misfire! The clans unite! Nothing can stop us! For mountain and home! We are relentless! Down! Strike out! Hit them! The clans unite! For the High King! Zah! Hungry! Take glory!
What is this? Oh, wrong one.
Boys! Take aim! Let me at 'em! Nothing can stop us! Thunderers! For the Callous Anchor! Take aim!
This is such a weird spot for drakes because there's kind of like a mini hill, so you can't even shoot them before they get to you unless you plant them here.
One of your units has been destroyed.
Like, Malachi is just straight up melee at this point, like, they're completely out of ammo.
Slayers! Yes! Nothing can stop us! Shield bearers! All! Kazoo! Slayers! Kill hooks! Strike out! Kazoo! Stop! Why not? Vengeance! Firing on fire! Ready to strike! Miners! Blow through! The clans unite! Yes!
Glorious. You have killed an enemy lord.
I guess the, oh, he left, nice. You don't kill his lord when he's low HP? I mean, he just kept running him around, dude. He kept running him around. Yeah, that map was kind of weird. I mean, look at this. A bolt thrower giving 1,300 value is insane. A bolt thrower at 1,300 value is something you'd only see in, like, a coma. A fever dream. Fucking Slayers at 201 kills? What are they killing? Ungors? Like, Probably. Yeah, bolt throwers are very good. They got double the amount of models per unit, so instead of 4, you get 8. And their damage was kind of like slightly nerfed because of that, but they gained more anti-large. So here's another map I've never played. Glade of the Everqueen. So, first time fighting Beastmen on first time map. Great, not bad. Well, the problem with the elf bolt throwers is that they can change from, like, the scatter shot to the single target. They're way better. They're the same price, yes. Actually, did bolt throwers go up in 200 gold? I think they're 700 now. Like, they're much more of a tiered unit. I don't like the elven bolt throwers. Those are so hard to deal with sometimes. They're just inherently better. They're 700 now. Yeah, 700 now. They're the same as a grudge thrower. What is this map? Where are the points on this map? Why can't we see them? Is it safe to assume I just YOLO BOLO again? Because I've never played this map, so I don't know where anything is. I think we just do that, right? 1 in the bottom, 2 in the middle. Where's the bottom of the map? Down here? Is this a wall? What is this? It's a clearing. So it's like a stream, you could just walk through it? I mean, to me, this map screams cannons. Maybe planting them up here. I think. I have no idea. No clue until we play the game. All objectives are in the open? Okay, so it is more so cannons, potentially. Alright. Throwing axe rangers. Sure. It works. Alright, whatever. I have, like, literally no slayers. Oh, it's because all the money's in these idiots. Oh, this is already select all. Oops. You can put ranged units in the woods at the bottom. Oh. So I'm assuming the point is here. Right here where my cursor is. Right there. Point here, point here, point here. Okay, so rangers... I mean, lizardmen kind of have a lot of armor, so, like, rangers... Although, you know what? Throwing axe rangers could be a thing, yeah. I just need more slayers. I need, like, 1 more generic slayer unit. I think we'll do 1 troll hammer. 1 slayer. Double thunderer. Throwing... Ulthar's raiders would be perfect. Look at that. Damn. Alright. Let's give it a try. Lizardmen are pretty fucking annoying. Then again, everything is so annoying for dwarves. It's just lore-friendly, dude. It's just lore-friendly. You sit around and get fucking 30 circles ran around you and you can't play the game. Like, you just don't have the mobility. You don't have the options. Your options are protecting everything when they're deployed. It's just kind of how it is, though, man. Like, your army has no mobility. You're just a bunch of cripples. You're a bunch of genetic cripples. You can't do anything. You walk around and, like, pray that your backline doesn't get absolutely fucked. Undead are pretty easy. Yeah, you just take a bunch of drakes with Thanes. Yeah. That's how that works. Okay, so he's probably gonna go super hard on 3. I knew, like, I guess we'll see the map. I've never played it. I don't want to say much yet. 4K troops, while mine had 1K. That's pretty normal. You could still beat them. I had a, I played a domination game on the Ogre map. It's like the one where it's winter, and there's like a middle portion that looks like an arena, and then 2 open fields on the left and right. And I threw in the Thunder Barge, and the thing had over like 1,000 kills. 1,500, 2,000 kills on Skaven. Oh, I've seen this map in Turin's videos. I've seen this map. Okay. It's not my favorite map, but I've seen it. That's what this one is. Holy shit, deployment zone, literally. Holy shit. Terrible. How do you use cannons here? Maybe... This is terrible. If this wasn't here, you could park them here and then get, like, left and right firing. I guess you could still kind of do that.
For the ancestors.
Holy moly range on those cannons. What the hell? I can even pelt him on his point. Oh, God. All right.
It is a reckoning! Dwarf warriors! Fires! Iron
Throw these 2 up here. Throw these 2 over here.
Axes out, lads! Our fire undimmed! Slayer! Kill the off-splitters! Dwarf warriors!
What the actual... I'm getting disease, bro. What is this? I've got disease, brother. So thoughts on just, like, Giant Slayers right off the bat? That's a lot of... Giant Slayers or 2 Dragon Slayers?
Dwarf warriors!
I mean... Yeah, I think I'm gonna go with the Giant Slayers.
Yes, Lord!
But then they have to run all the way across the field. Hoi, oi, oi. We're in a living hell. We are in a living hell. Uthar's Raiders would be so good here. Uthar's would be amazing.
Keep it from the foe.
Does this thing have, like, missile resist? What is this cheese? What is this gimmicky-ass build? What is this turbo gimmick cheese?
Aye, as you command. Dwarf warriors!
Okay.
The next kill is ours!
Oh, that's right. He's got Riperdactyls coming in. So you guys go up, you go up. You stay.
Hit your targets well! No! For the ancestors! Shield bearers! Oh! Rage fast! Rage fast! Hope I don't regret this! Lights on it! Yes, Lord! Pull out! Slayers! Drain! Scar!
Is that the Shredder of Lustria? Yeah, it is. It's the Quattro. It's the Quattro.
This won't misfire! Wyvern whacker! All right! Kazoo! We are relentless!
It is the Quattle. Uthar's, you know what would be good here is the Grudge Rakers. That'd be great.
Select target. Slayers! Come through! Understood, Lord.
Croak is now coming out? Nah, fuck this. Just give me Uthars.
Butcher a drinks!
Thank God I've got double cannons, I'll tell you that, man. Whatever happens in the pit is just life.
Yes!
That's life.
Assuredly! Strike out! Vacation!
Oh, wait.
Cannon! Serpent Slayer! Axis out! Then stop! Pull out!
Ooh, Urthor's, the mark is down. The cannons are gonna do work now, hopefully. This thing's getting healed. Oh my god, those cannons. Holy gamoly.
Fire on the ball! Understood, Lord. Stop! Crack their vehicles! Zah!
Thank God I brought Throwing Axe Rangers, I'm not gonna lie. That is like one of the only reasons this shit's even turning into our, game. And dual base, like, Dragon Slayers.
Take them down! Vengeance! Warrior Ogrimnir! Take an aim! Pick your targets well! Fighters! For mountain!
Nice.
knew it.
What a weird build. What was that? Was that what the hell, brother? Well, he did have healing, but like, I mean, 2 cannons just carry the game. Look at the damage. Look at the value on the cannons. With Malachi, 66 value with like deranged munitions kind of sitting there with like Eyes of Grungni and all this other stuff. Yeah, it'll do that. Cool. The Giant Slayers got spawned in and just got fucking smashed to shit, but they pulled more weight than what they're worth, so that's good. Well, maybe he thought he was gonna go like infantry heavy or something. Instead, he just went like turbo monster heavy, very elite. I'm pretty sure that could be relevant in some games, but okay, well, back to Warhammer. Back to actual hobby. I need to clean my desk. This is too much. I play tabletop. Currently, I'm trying to build for Old World. The latest thing I've played was like Age of Sigmar 3rd edition, 9th edition 40k. That was probably the last few things I've fucked with. Yeah, I mean, it's... Look, I'm not like a super old Hammer player. Like, I started 7th and a half edition. But like, I enjoyed fantasy. The game itself wasn't always my favorite thing. But I love the lore and, you know, the look of everything. The game itself, fantasy, 8th, 7th, whatever, not my absolute number one. But I'm willing to give it a shot again, because the old world seems a little bit more streamlined, I suppose, just a bit. Okay. Do I want to use this back banner? You could probably use some of the new Lizardmen, like some stuff. Did the Saurus get new minis? Because you could use those. Yeah, tabletop, I mean, give it time, because right now tabletop is still kind of like not back in full force. So give it a bit. It'll come back. What is this thing? Jesus Christ, man. This one. Since the old world, this was a good point that was brought up yesterday. Since the old world is still considered a specialist game, it's not really going to be like a big hotness for everybody. Yeah. I look at it as like, dude, Warhammer Fantasy's back. That's cool. How is this not popular? And then you realize all the fantasy players are like 80 years old in like retirement homes. How is this not popular? I mean, it may just be a good change of pace. I don't really think 40k is like anything like Old World, but maybe it's just a good change of pace. I haven't even been tempted to play 40k in a while. There's just something about everyone shooting each other to death is just not my thing. Which is weird because I'm playing Dwarves, which is just everyone shooting each other to death, period. Like, most of the time. Yeah. This band is very edgy. But, you know, they have some decent songs. And I've been listening to the same music for so long, so it's like, you know what? Just give me whatever at this point. Let me listen to something different. Exactly. See, I can't. Like Windrose is great, but I can't do that. I played Gangplank for like 10 years straight, whatever it may be. But Jesus Christ, like you gotta take a break sometimes with that stuff. Metal Gear Rising. I think I've heard a bit of it. It's fine. That's cool. Yeah, I haven't been, but like, I used to do a bunch of like band merch and stuff like that. I haven't lately just because I don't have time and like all my band stuff is just packed away in storage. When it comes to music though, it's very like, I don't know, some days you want to listen to something, the next you don't. Some days you want to listen to the same song on repeat for like 3,000 times. And the thing with music is that there's so much of it too. Like, how much of it can you even listen to? There's just so many groups, so many like game OSTs, soundtracks from movies and shows. A lot of stuff out. It's overwhelming in a way sometimes. People say like, "Oh, Warhammer lore is overwhelming and there's so much," and it's true. And then it's like, Jesus, how much music is out there? How many groups? How many soundtracks to movies that are amazing? Or shows? How many shitty shows get good soundtracks? They get thrown under the radar because the show brought it down. Basically, the Rings of Power. Yeah, you can post pics. Go for it, dude. I mean, it's the Discord. Post it in the Discord, right? That's what it's for. I doubt it. Unless there was like an absolute demand for that stuff. I mean, you could piggyback off of like Lord of the Rings in a way, saying like, "Oh, the new fantasy adventure begins here, Warhammer Fantasy." How ironic that would be. I don't think so though. I think 40K is just too popular, and 40K is where the money's at. So it's more than likely just going to be that. They could. I mean, yeah, you could. I think people would be open to the idea. It'd be cool, but, like, you really need some serious hardcore fans for that. Go Trek and Felix live action? Oh, that'd be fucking weird. Yeah. Animation would be way better for that, dude. Way better. No way would I ever want to see a live action Go Trek. That'd be disgusting. That'd be gross to look at. Although, maybe not. To be honest, they did do Gimli really well. And there's been a few dwarves, I guess, in film that have been pretty alright, but, like... it's pretty cool, eh, those shirts. That's cool. Yeah, I gotta get shirts like that. The only thing I was ever tempted with, merch-wise, from Winrose was, like... Well, I have their collector's edition, like, box set albums, but... They did this, like, signing. I think it was through, like, Metal Blade or something, whatever their label is. And they signed postcards. And then threw them in with, like, albums, which was cool. Lord of the Rings dwarves look good in the film. Oh, they looked amazing. Absolutely. Yeah. It's just, how do you make Gotrek Gurnison look legit and function well in live action? Like, this dude's rolling around, diving, hacking, slashing, jumping on the backs of things. Like, he's crazy. Scowl mold. That'd be cool. Yeah. Scowl mold, I remember a long time ago when they're, God, it was one of their albums. It's the one where it's red. The first song is Muspel. I don't know how to pronounce their albums. They did art prints of that album. And they had some really sick ones with, like, the fucking Realm of the Dwarves and all that crap. Nidvalir or whatever it is. I'm not good at pronouncing it, but they did a bunch of really cool stuff, which you can't find anymore. It's the one with, well, again, Muspel. Or Muspel. Fucking Icelandic is just Lord of the Rings language. Vog Uvasur Yggdrasil. Vog Uvasur. That one. Nidavellir. I can't, dude. Icelandic is tough. That's a tough language. Yeah, they did prints of this album. I'm not attempting, and they're from the same language family. Yeah, that's rough. Icelandic is so fucking cool, dude. It's probably my favorite language. It genuinely sounds like something out of, like, Tolkien, which I'm sure was used as inspiration somewhere. Like, they're living in just, like, a fucking fantasy setting when they speak. It's cool. $300,000 people speaking it. Yeah, I don't know. It's just, it's dope. It's cool. Makes you more interested in the world when there's something you like about it. Because the world right now is kind of a really shit place, but... You know. Okay, I gotta get blue tack off of everything, and I need to start piecing out my anvil. Also, I need to clean the anvil, personally. So, I guess we'll do that. This could be bad. Hold up. No. No, these are all GW plastics and resin. Well, they're not dwarves, I'll tell you that. Tomorrow's pre-orders will be, plushies. You're gonna get plushies. Mark my words. I mean, I'm just saying, because that's what they gave us last time. We're like, we can't wait for the dwarves. Plushies. Yeah, they get released today. I'm just saying, maybe there's more. I don't... Listen, I'm not even interested in Sundays anymore. They took all my care away. I'm not really interested in it anymore. But realistically, give me the dice, give me the journal. That's number one. The dice and the journal. The dice I can put on my shelf and it'll look good. The journal... Oh, actually, I'll use the dice, come to think of it. Box set? No, I've already got what I need. The box set is just a bunch of generic troops and, like, gyrocopters, which I have an abundance of, so no. The shield bearers, actually, yes. The shield bearer unit would be nice to look at. New king? From the shield bearers? I just want to see how they scale up. They're going to be a bit bigger than they should, but... rather than they should be. Dice in the book, yeah. I mean, to be honest, dude, if you're going to spend any money, just get the book. Don't get the minis. Get the book. I would get the book and I would read through that fucking book like no tomorrow. Because that'll inspire you later down the line to get back into Warhammer, right? That's what I would do. But that's just me. You have the money, buy the Ari skin. I own the Orc Arcane Journal. I flipped through it. One sec. Does it have a lot of lore? Well, let's take a look together really quickly. Never buy the codex. Nah, you gotta buy the book. It's cool. Lore. 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 8 pages of lore. Pretty cool. Kind of goes through the markings and whatnot. More lore. Was from the characters they included. Lore. Lore. Okay, so you get about 20 pages of lore. Sorry, even more. And you get more, like, iconography and things. I'm gonna say upwards of, like, I mean, lore. Lore for the characters. Let's just say 20 pages, maybe. 25 pages of lore. For a $30 book. 15 years. Give it a try, man. Yeah, the books are cool. The problem is they just get outdated very fast. That's probably why he's saying don't buy the codex. I don't blame him. They really do get outdated very fast. Be it the old world stuff, I feel like it won't. They're going to throw it on the back burner for like a very long time. I don't think you're going to have a problem with like books getting replaced anytime soon with that stuff. Dredging yo, buddy. Okay, I need to piece this out properly now. God bless dollar store organizers. You love them. Look at this. Yeah, buddy. My brain feels good looking at this. Well, they ended up releasing that Bretonian novel, and I've read reviews of it, and apparently it's really terrible. Like, laughably bad in some parts, where the lore just doesn't make sense, and you've got Bretonian knights screaming, like, kings' names that aren't even in power. So, I don't know. Maybe, maybe not. I'm not sure. I'd love to see a dwarf novel. I would love to see an Ungrim novel. That would be sick. Let's get Ungrim a novel. That would be cool. Just make up a bunch of things you did. I don't care. I want to know more about Ungrim. And his horrible bloodline, who just seems to make it worse for him every time until now. He's what's left. Everything is expensive. Warhammer is just very, very expensive. You are correct. It's a very tedious hobby to keep up with, but like if you can keep up with it, it's pretty all right. I mean, there's always 3D printing and other alternatives, but it's really up to you. It's your money. You know how much you should spend and what you've got. Yo. I do buy the novels. Well, there you go. You're contributing. I mean, hobbies are... I guess it just depends on the person, because hobbies can be very expensive or very cheap. Depends on what you're into. Warhammer is just, unfortunately, very expensive. In every capacity, it's expensive. Horus Heresy line. That's like what, 50 bucks, 60 bucks? How much do those go for on eBay? That's my question. Because the Horus Heresy books must be thousands. To get the entire set, thousands. Easily. Yeah. I mean, I used to, my jam as a kid was making a bunch of battlefields out in, like, sand with a bunch of plastic army men. G.I. Joes and whatnot. And from that, you find Warhammer, you're like, holy shit. This is the GOAT. This is the GOAT! $300? Yeah, that's pretty bad. Are they all? Did they all come out hardcover? Because that would be even worse. Hardcover books are very beautiful, but like, when you pay $300 for a book, you don't even want to fucking read it. You just don't. And I can't blame you for not wanting to. Gotcha. Yeah, old Warhammer books definitely go for a lot. People are just fiends. Either fiends scalping you, or fiends as in, like, they're just crazy for lore. How do I want to do this back banner? This is so much cooler than Crag the Grimm's back banner. Crag the Grimm's back banner is just like a classic anvil with wings, and he's got a banner. Warhammer Lore's community ran? Fuck no. No, this is pretty established. Lots of stuff. Okay. This is... So I need to clean the forge now. So this goes here. This go here. Sure. The anvil guard. So this is left. I played a few games of the multiplayer changes. I liked them. Like, specifically talking dwarves, I think bolt throwers were like the biggest highlight of them all. Do I have a playlist? Right now I don't. Yeah, right now I don't. I just kind of play whatever music I'm thinking of at the time. So right now it's Scalmold. Well, this is an Anvil of Doom. Yeah. trying to piece everything out for it. Conquest mode was interesting. Yeah, I like that way better than land battles. Land battles needs to just die. Land battles is the most cursed, disgusting thing in the game. It's so garbage in every way. It's like, yes, we love sitting doing nothing for 99% of the game. It's like you'll have Wood Elf players deploy 6 units, and they're all just shooting you to death from, like, stealth, and you can't even fight back, so you just want to leave. It's like, come to the point, fight, take melee units. I think I'm still more inclined to play Domination, personally. Just because I like that game mode now. It's more like on-the-fly strategy. You know what? I may have another anvil that's not so... Nope, they're all garbage. All the anvils are garbage. Alright, we're gonna use this one. Mainly because they tried to market it as competitive style. I haven't played the older ones, so I have no idea. Genuinely. I was gonna do Krezakrak. I mean, it's fine to have multiple clans kind of like fighting together, as they typically would be, but I'm just kind of a sucker for blue. Even though blue isn't even like Krezakrak's colors, it's just weird because in all of the artworks for Krezakrak, their shields are blue. Even though it's like a green or some shit. I don't know, it's weird. It's so weird how dwarves do their colors, because like certain clans have certain holds, I should say, have very specific colors. Others are a lot looser. I think there was a website out there for something. It gave, like, the generic colors currently. Angrind is easily recognizable, yeah. Karak Hearn is pretty good. Krezakrak is weird because it's, like... in the books... like, we could look at this really quickly. Tell me what the colors are for Krezakrak. Like, the outfits don't count because the outfits are fine. They're supposed to just be a bunch of jumbled different colors, but, like, what? The banner is green, the shields are all blue, and then in lore, it's, like, white and blue. Like, look at Karak Hearn. Like, that's great. That's awesome. That looks clean. Like, Karak Azul is pretty drab. Doesn't really look like anything. Karak Kadrin is also very clean. Just everything is red. Barak Var. Wasn't Barak Var purple? Or is that Zufbar? It's bizarre because this shit don't even look like Zufbar. That just looks like Karak 8 Peaks. Or not Karak 8 Peaks, Krasakrak. Well, I think it's more so every hold has a defining color. It's not a matter of outfit, it's more so what is the unifying color of a hold, you know? Somewhere, I forgot where it was, I think it's online, they go through the heraldries and whatnot, and it's a shield, and it shows color, color, done. Well, Total War took creative liberties, and also the people who paint in books are taking creative liberties as well. Doesn't need to be 100% lore accurate or like, you know, you're going to hell. Yeah. Let me try and find the colors on the wiki. I'm not seeing anything on the wiki. Maybe it's in, like, the 8th edition book. Here, I got it. I got it. Karazakarak is blue and yellow. Zufbar is white and blue. Karak Azul is green. Karak Kadrin is green and red. What kind of disease are we getting? Karak Norn is blue and red. Karak Hearn is just green. I really do like Karak Hearn, and their history is so fucked. They got a weird tale for Karak Hearn. Karazakarak being yellow and blue, gold and blue is so... Karak Hearn is, Ulrichsen, and it's like the giant horn thing that blows through, like, the caverns, I believe. But the tale of, like, in one of the Gotrek and Felix books, Karak Hearn is, like, the center of just a very disturbing thing. Like, there's an entire book centered around Karak Hearn. And it's lore-friendly because it's Gotrek and Felix. So, like, it's weird because in the wikis, they would never explain it. Orc Slayer. They would never explain, the events of Gotrek and Felix, but, like, it's a pretty disturbing thing. I don't think I've ever heard of a tale from, like, another Dwarfhold that rivals this with how weird it is. It's very bizarre. Very bizarre. Like, it is... I would say Orc Slayer was one of my favorite novels for Gotrek and Felix, just because it's so dwarf. Everything about it's dwarf. Everything about it's just, like... bizarre. Very bizarre. It's like a horror story in a dwarf hold. Yeah, I don't want to spoil it, though, but it's good. The order does matter. Yep. So, Orc Slayer is what? Book 7? Book 9? I think it's book 9. It's the first book that Nathan Long did. After William King. Or Bill King. I mean, well, actually, you know what? So, Orc Slayer is kind of a reset of, like, Gotrek and Felix, because from author to author, there was a big break. And essentially what happened was, you know, William King wrapped up his stories, and there was no Gotrek and Felix books for a very long time, and then Nathan Long comes back and he writes Orc Slayer, and Orc Slayer is a 20-year gap. It's a 20-year gap from the original novels. Lens around it were ravaged by beastmen that got drunk on Dwarf Ale. Pretty sure it's by Bugman's Brewery, where it used to be, before it got fucked by goblins. I don't really know if it was beastmen. Like, there's so many holes and so much lore, I'd have to go, like, skim over it, but... yeah, Karakern is strange. Yeah, Troll Slayer was a bunch of short stories that had come out a long time ago. More of like a compilation that was turned into a novel, and then they decided to really write something in Skaven Slayer as like a cohesive story. There's a lot of good dwarf stuff in the Gotrek and Felix books. It's not necessarily always about Gotrek and Felix. Like, yes, they're there, but like they kind of end up in an adventure with dwarves, with this, with that. It's just like, come on, manling, I need to go die. Yes, Gotrek, coming. It's literally like that meme. That dried out husk of like a white fucking creature, and his wife is sitting there with like her hands crossed. That's basically Gotrek and Felix. What time is it? 12 p.m. Okay, in about an hour or so, I have to leave because we need to go keep unpacking. Krieg. If you like, dude, you should look into Steel Legion. Steel Legion is cooler than Krieg, because Krieg isn't, you know, well, Steel Legion ain't a bunch of clones, so. Every time I hear clones, I hate it. I hate clones. I hate blank slate, boring characters. I don't know. Just doesn't seem fun. I guess that was more of like an implication that they were clones or something, from what I remember. Catachan are cool. I mean, true, but it's just it's so devoid of like personality. It just doesn't work. I love the individualism. I love someone who could carry like their bloodline with them or something, you know, that individuality in gear and personality and whatever it is. When everyone is just a blank slate meant for war, it just kind of like, who cares? There's nothing on the line. Just go die in droves. You're all the same anyways. It don't matter. Not to mention if they're actual clones from VATS or something, that's even less appealing. Which I guess is how they would be clones anyways, I suppose. But that's just my take. Well, the clones in Star Wars developed their own personalities and stuff. They did try to make them more unique in that way. Jesus. CIS, Dooku Gang. I mean, they sensed the Sith. They knew the takeover was going to happen. They were out of the Matrix. Dooku was right. Why is Christopher Lee always right? Droid designs are good. Yeah, they're cool. Star Wars has some really good art direction. Like, that shit is great looking. The prequel era stuff looks awesome. Very iconic. I mean, I guess all of Star Wars outside of the sequel trilogy is very iconic. I absolutely despise the look of the First Order. It just looks so plastic. Oh. Yeah, the original trilogy. I love the movie magic of the original trilogy. If I could ever showcase my collection anywhere, I've got a decent Star Wars collection of like Return of the Jedi stuff. Maybe one day. Prequels are the best. They're good, but like, I still prefer the original trilogy. What sound a stabbed person makes? Yeah, he was. I mean, he was there. He lived it. He knows. He was cool. Peter Cushing, Christopher Lee, like yeah. Yep. And he was, yeah, he did metal albums. Like, holy shit, man. For some reason, I've thought about getting old lately. I thought about getting old recently, and I'm like, dude, it'd be cool to write an autobiography. Or an autobiography? It's autobiography. My grandfather recently did one. And for my birthday, my mom gave me his book, signed by him. And I really want to read that, because that's fucking awesome. That's super cool. You're not that old. Oh, you're that old. Not or am. NASA janitor. Yeah, okay. Yeah, okay, buddy. You're not that old. There you go. I don't know. I feel people probably did more back in the day, though, right? Like, now we're just kind of all terminally stuck online. That's kind of how we live life, and whatever. You know, to each his own. But maybe that's just the bubble I live in. Because the real world is very much different from Twitter and the internet. Get rich off some fuck digital bullshit or see some cool place, I suppose. Gaming chairs. Hey, I got a gaming chair. And I advertise for gaming chairs. Gaming chairs are great if you have the fucking dosh. Although you definitely don't need one. It's just... as long as your back is comfy. That would be sick. That'd be cool. Anything dwarf related would be sick. I mean, look at this. Look at all that cool little fucking, like, filigree and all these little knots and whatnot. Runes. Like, a gaming chair based on this would be cool. Yeah. It's just it wouldn't sell because who the fuck wants a dwarf chair? Japanese lettering on the anvil. Yeah, okay. Is that it? Is that the Rune of Doom? The Japanese Rune of Doom. The recipe was Italian. My girlfriend's family is Italian. They went to Italy recently. These motherfuckers brought back chunks of cheese, like crack, like, you know, giant bags of crack. Is it crack? Cocaine. Yeah, crack cocaine. And they like smuggled that shit over, dude. Like, you got big chunks of cheese, fresh. Like, you find that's so good. It's so crazy, so good. If you go to Italy, you go to eat. And I guess see the place, but, like, mostly eat, right? You gotta go eat there. Well, I mean, it wasn't that fresh. Or maybe it was, I don't know. Cheese can last a very long time. It was just so damn good. It was from a farm, not some, like, supermarket, so you know it was legit. Super good. Okay, I want to play a game of Total War. The only thing left I have to do anyways for cleaning is the anvil, so I can chill for a little bit. Yeah, I'll play like 1 or 2 games. I just need to make more space on this desk for when I bring this shit over. Alright. Let's play 1 or 2 games of Total War and then get back to this. I want to finish the anvil today. Or rather, I maybe not... It's like 12:30, maybe go to 1:30, 1 more hour. No, I only play Dwarves. You will never see me play Corn. You will never see me play any of that. Only Dwarves. Yeah, I play tabletop. I'm gearing up for Old World, currently. D&D is not really for me, no. Dude, whatever D&D is doing is so gross to look at. Like, have you seen those orcs that they're producing? Like, bro, they are the most humanoid, deranged. Like, stop making orcs human. Make them like orcs. Like, bro, that shit looks horrible. I don't like it. It's subjectively not for me, but other people might like it. But like, holy shit, it's garbage. You've got orcs out for a stroll, having a nice walk with like the family. Maybe I'm too like Warhammer driven, but like base players are half orcs. Yeah, which I guess makes sense because they're more humanoid in that regard, but Black Ark is so garbage. Wood Elves on Black Ark. Hate the race, hate the map, gonna dodge. Yeah, I mean, I don't know. D&D just... Of course, it's the most popular, like, tabletop thing. But, like, whatever those orcs were that I had seen, it just doesn't work with my brain. I'm so fixated on, like, Lord of the Rings orcs and how Warhammer portrays orcs. And, like, it's fine to have different things for different universes, but, like, I could never look at that image and say, man, that's an orc. You know what I mean? That's an orc. It's like, what the hell is that? Yeah. Well, I'm sure, I'm not saying all of them are, but like whatever that was, it's just not my thing. Family, stop. No, no. I want to try and find a new map. No coast. I know you're watching the stream. I know you're here, dude. I know you're here. But yeah, D&D is just not really for me. I'm not really big on role-playing. Role-playing isn't really my thing. Yeah, D&D is basically you create your own adventure. I mean, they do give you, like, the tools to do so, but it's a very open-ended, do-what-you-want type of setting, which to me is not my favorite thing. I kind of like established worlds that don't kind of draw in the player's, like, own imagination to that degree. Sure. Interesting. I mean, yeah, people do different things. Bordaloo Landing. New map, I haven't played this one. Ew. Ew. So how does this map work, is my question. If I select all, it doesn't take off Foe Seeker. What the fuck? Is that a bug? Weird. I just realized I have no artillery. And I don't have good, like, single target shooting. Sure. But now I need rangers here. Bugmans would be great, but they're just so expensive. $850 each for a Bugman's ranger unit is, like, mad expensive. Rangers are very good in this matchup, yes. If it's Wood Elves, you kind of need Rangers. Maybe more so like Bugmans, though. I could squeeze another Ranger unit if I had one less shooting unit. Okay, let me go to the bathroom real quick, and then we'll, do this. BRE. Ballistic, yes, the bolt throwers are pretty good. I ran 3 of them, I think, in a game, and they did work. Alright, after this game, I'm gonna call it. Ugh. Yeah, Rangers are good, though. They're good. Everything good, 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 yes. What a weird fucking deployment this is. What is this map? 3, 2, 1? What is this? So I go 1, 2? What the hell am I playing? Holy shit, this is just terrible. Later today, gang playing? No, probably tomorrow. I want to stream longer, and we're still trying to unpack stuff. So the reason I'm even on this stream is just because I can leave whenever I want. I want to do long streams on the other channel.
War machine ready! Slayer!
Holy fucking Vanguard deployment, Jesus.
It is a reckoning!
Jeez Louise.
This grudge must be satisfied! For the ancestor gods! I! The clans unite! For Grimnir! Yes! They have wronged us! Let the vengeance begin! shall live.
Ariel?
For the High King.
Excuse me.
For the Carrot Anchor. Cannon! Aye! As ye command! Yes! Range far, range fast! For Grimnir! Aye! And that! Off we go! Charge! Show us that target, Lord! Slayers!
Trying to get some Grudge Rakers out next.
Go! Understood, Lord. Slay them!
I see him flanking with his Glade Guard. Are those Glade Guard? Glade Guard, yeah, they're garbage.
For the
Garbage Guard.
We have a victory point. Keep it from the foe.
Iron Drakes! Yep! As soon as! Move! Pump those woven legs! We are relentless! Will do!
Oh, Elariel and Orion, really?
Ready to
Holy money.
on it! Anew! For the Karazanko!
Holy gamoly money.
Dwarf warriors! Nothing can stop us! For mountain and hall! Nothing can stop us! Fulfill our oaths and die! Let's go! Shock and all, lads, remember? Wait, demand, Lord! Nothing can stop us! Let the vengeance begin! Take them down! Nothing can stop us! Yes! Vengeance! Valea, bless our aim! Ready! Pick your targets well! War of vengeance! Targets, Lord! Go! Off we go! The clans do not
He's not even moving his Glade Guard. What is this guy doing?
Ready! Down! The next kill is ours! Reach for, reach fast! Put those dwarven legs!
Ooh. Wait, are Deepwood Scouts any good?
Yes! Yes!
I can't even tell. Are they good? Maybe not.
Ready! Kill the old splitters! Shoot the Wazards! Aye! Stalk! Get 'em! Move! Shoot the Wazards! Fire on the foe! Find your targets! Good! Go! Yes, Finn! Get 'em! Yes! Anna! Plow through! Iron Trail!
Fucking the birds have arrows. Oh, I've got disease. Even the birds have arrows.
For the carriers and
Okay, here he comes.
They're moving! Take aim! Thunderers! Go!
He didn't see my Grudge Rakers yet.
Charge! Iron Drakes! Move now! Bring them down! Moving out! Our fire on Din! Warrior of Grimnir! Char! Iron Drakes! Blood thrower! The next kill is ours! Yes, Lord! Kill Orcs! On Grimnir! Iron Drakes! Kill them! Move now! Macaison! Satisfy the grudge! Move! Strike out! Understood! mountain and home! Kill looks! Strike out! Cousin King, ha! Glorious! Engineer! Ready! Tazu! Ready to serve! Strike out! Banners! We demand blood! Drain them! Fire! Reload! Fire! Iron drakes! For the ancestors! Cannon! Understood, Lord! Charge! Let me at him! Zah! Right! Down! Kazu! Down! Yes, Thane! Vengeance! Nothing can stop us! Bridge back! Bridge back! Blow through! Off we go! Get them! Pick your targets well!
Excuse me, shit, I'm like dying.
Yes, Thane! Take glory! Withdraw! For the ancestors! Strike some hate! Move now! Slayers! Move! Move now! Dowie, with me! Hilberon, home! Iron Drakes! War of vengeance! Aye, as you command! Charge! Kazoo! Let the vengeance begin! Iron Drakes! Take him down! Very well! Thunderous! Iron Drakes! Over! Right on it! Charge! Rage fast! Rage fast! Blow through! Misty! Blood thrower! Pursue! Vengeance! Fire! Reload! Fire! Iron Drakes! Plow through! You guys! Move! Range fire! Range fast! Strike out! Banners! Come on! It is a reckoning! Stop! Kill it! Shoot! Nothing can stop us!
Okay.
You have the rose victory point.
Adobe, you ready? For the High King! This won't miss fire! Kazu! Kazu! Yes! No! Nothing can stop us! Plow through! Night guarding! Plow through! Down! Strike out! Plow through! Kill the old splitters! Rock out! Look now!
Dude, I think the cannon's just been sicked on Orion the entire game. It's done 2,300 gold value, like that's pretty decent, yeah. That is not terrible. Damn, I'm like completely out of ammunition.
Hope I don't regret this! Go! Charge! Come on! Ready! Move! These earths are unworthy! Thunderous! Nothing can stop us! Strike out! For Grimbeer! Yes! Shoot the wizards! Put those dwarven legs! Rage fire! Rage fast! Dwarf warriors! Take him! Oh, those dwarven legs! Stop! Hey! Kill them! Pump those dwarven legs!
Fuck.
Stop! For the ancestor gods! Aye! Off we go! Be it ready! Nothing can stop us! Move!
I think I'm unironically like completely out of
The clans unite! Reach fast! For the High King! Let us bleed for the clan!
my cannon is completely out of ammo. Can I like throw a stock on that? 40 seconds.
For the ancestor gods!
Shit, I spun over here. Oops.
Wounded! Grudge thrower! Kill worms! Dwarf warriors! Attack the orcs! For mountain and home! For the Karas Anchor! Iron Drakes! These orcs are worthy! Fire on the foe! War of vengeance! Charge! Pump those dwarven legs! Nothing can stop us! Nothing can stop us! Charge! Fight! Go! Go! Right far, right fast! Nothing can stop us! Understood! Vengeance! Cattle! Thunderous! Down! Cannon! I'm ready! Vengeance! Thunderous! On the way! Castle! Castle! Yes! Take him down! Get him! Miners! Valaya, bless our aim! Yes, Lord! Now! Dwarf warriors! Slayers! Hello! Through! No! Pull out! Go! Kill him! Vengeance! Kazun!
I knew it.
Okay, not bad.
Unending glory.
Interesting map. I don't even know if I like that map. I guess it's kind of all right for dwarves because you have these giant, like, firing lanes. Not even lanes. You just have giant, like, open fields so you could just shoot the shit out of stuff, which is great. The Drakes didn't really do much. Look at the value on this ranger unit. Are we going to sit here and talk about a 2,000 gold ranger unit? Holy shit! 1,927 gold value on a 500 gold unit. Rangers. Wow. That's busted. Wonder what he was shooting at. Jesus. Holy fuck. Okay. Kind of good. I mean, that's just surprising. That's typical, like... to use Grudge Rakers to protect... Usually, yes. Yeah. Grudge Rakers and Slayers do really good at, like, clearing out backlines. Specifically not Grudge Rakers, but the Grim Delvers. Because the idea of the Grim Delvers is they have stock, and so what you do is you sit them in your backline, and everyone thinks they can kind of, like, just dive your artillery for free, and then you have Grudge Rakers open up from stock, and they just die. Heavily modified by CA compared to what the modder originally made, while the other maps simply got a glow up. Interesting. Yeah, I've noticed that. I mean, I've played on, like, 3 of the new maps. Glade of the Everqueen. Didn't we do this one already, as well? I think I remember this. This is where the guy played, like, Lizardmen. Yeah, it's the High Elf one. Alright, after this game I do have to go, though. So, let's try and win, and then call it a day. For now, I have to go clean and unpack some more. Dishes. I gotta do dishes. We hate dishes. And we hate Grand Cathay. It's so boring. Grand Cathay. You know what I could do? Ooh! I could do this. Done. Look at, I'm in queue for Total War. What a world we live in. This is like League of Legends all over again, eh? Jeez. Is everything so blown out? Good enough. You gotta hit him with the 2-for-1. Time management. If we're gonna sit here in queue doing nothing, I am gonna scrape some plastic. Or resin in this case. I feel like the queue time should be a bit better, though. This is the weekend, no? Like, on the weekend, you should probably have people playing, more so than not. Holy shit, nobody's playing this game right now. What is going on? They're all playing the Elden Ring DLC. I hope not. Play this game. Why is it so blown out? Is it just white? Ladder's too bugged. Is it really? Why is it bugged? It was working fine for me. I don't think it was too bugged. Is it really the light that's blowing this shit out? Excuse me, shit. Oh, you're right. You know what? There is a lot of lag. I've noticed when creating armies, there's a shit ton of lag, actually. You're right. I had 1 game lag today and I played 8. I've had no lag in game, but like every time trying to find a game and when I do get a lobby, it's just terrible. Like, I don't know what's going on right now, but literally no one's playing. Maybe I just do conquest and land battles and find a game? Like, geez, man. I'm only going to be doing 1 more anyways, so I just want to end on, if we can find a game, and if not, then I just quit. We gotta go. Oh, wow, found a game. Land battle. Ugh. If it's something fun, I'll play it. If not, I leave. Okay, I leave. Now I find a game. You get Empire land battles or Dwarf domination. Oy, oy, oy. What? Bro. People don't want to have fun! I mean, I'm playing dwarves. Fighting dwarves is probably very unfun, but, like, good God, guys. Good Jesus. In heaven. It's Cathay, Empire, Dwarves. Yeah. It's basically a mirror match. Okay, if the next person I find, if it's the same thing, we're just gonna call it quits. It's okay. I gotta go do some stuff, and then later I'll be on. Probably the other channel, if I can stream, with a bit of time on my hands. This could be a dodge into an offline, or it could be a fun game. Oh, it's the same dwarf player. So 3 times the charm? Nah, it's no customs. It's fine. I actually do have to go. It's like 1 p.m. and I have to go clean and unpack. We've been here for a few days, and dishes are piling up. Your choice, dude. Play the undead. Play your accounts. Your name is Manfred. There you go, Beastman. He did it. All right. So, Celestial Lake, I've never played. Haven't played once. This looks abhorrent. What is this map? What do you even do here? Is there hills or something? Is that what that is? Like, what is the map? So I should take lobbing things like grudge throwers and crap like that, maybe? What? Actually, this would work out if I could get one more unit of blasting charge miners. Sure, let's roll. Let's give it a try. Let's see how this goes, and then, I mean, if it's a dodge, I'll leave. If it's a win or a loss, I gotta go. So, I hope it's a good game. I hope it's a good game. He's gonna leave. Come on! There we go. Okay. Final game, and then we gotta go. So there's no reason to think that I can't... Like, I'm gonna have to guard... 3 is going to be hell, basically. 2 is a free point. 3 is going to be satanic. Bolt throwers can maybe sit, like, somewhere. I have no idea. This map looks like ass. Okay. This map don't look too bad. I mean, bolt throwers here are kind of shit, not gonna lie. Like, they really don't contribute, I think. Maybe. No, bolt throwers got buffed. They got real buffs. Ooh. I had a bolt thrower pull like 2.5k, I think, recently, or 2k. I think it was like 2k.
Let's start shooting! Miners! Go! Killux! It is a reckoning! Engineer! Fire on the Urks! The clans unite! Iron Drakes! Kazoo! Rain death on them!
Okay.
I swear we'll destroy the foe through judicious use of advanced technology, naturally! We fire on your command! We're the ancestors!
Can't tell if they can even shoot from there, but I guess we'll see.
Plow through! Iron Drakes! We demand blood! Down! Will do! As soon as!
We have a victory point. Keep it from the foe.
Move now! Aye! Barracks ready! For the ancestors! Move now! Slayers! Charge! Go! Move! Vengeance! Kill 'em! Killers! Killers! No need to guard! This warp is fire! Fire! Reload! Fire! Strike out! Moving out! Take your targets well! Miners! They have wronged us! Take aim! Kill bearers! Hold! Kill anything without a beard! Nothing can stop us! Miners! Right? Down! Down! Ordnance ready!
What a weird map. Holy moly.
Iron Drakes! Ahead! This won't miss fire! We demand blood!
We have a victory point. Keep it from the foe.
Our fire undim! Get it! For the Carrot Anchor! Plow through! Iron Drakes! No! Blow through! Anu! Pass through! Nothing
Oh,
can
shit.
stop us! Hold
Oh shit, what the fuck? What the fuck am I doing? Okay. Oops. Hello? Yeah, there's a billion things coming over here. It was a ruse. I didn't realize. Yeah, whatever.
Fire on the foe! Down! Dark out! Yes! Artillery! Dwarf warriors! I got it! Vacation! For the ancestor gods! Iron drakes! Let the vengeance begin! Shout! Vengeance! Right! Butcher and drakes! Withdraw! On it! Back! Iron drakes! Move! Yes! Kazukan Kazikita! Yes, yes! Oh! Dragon Slayer!
Kind of unlucky.
Withdraw!
I didn't see the 3 billion things peeking up on me. It's unlucky.
Iron drakes! For the Karadanko! Slay everything without a beard! Put those dwarven lads! Missiles ready! Reach fast!
That is like game-changingly bad, to be fair.
I'm ready! Killers! Dwarf warriors! War of vengeance! Down! Yes! Killers! Come on! Vengeance! Dwarf warriors! Kill them! Die as fast as the legs can go! Iron drakes! The clans
Dude, the pathing in this game is so ass. Like, what the fuck? Okay, well, me not guarding my backline was so terrible. Like, absolutely terrible. I didn't realize there was that much shit coming.
We demand blood! Ready to serve!
Whatever, they're getting wiped.
Remember Connector! Very well!
It's looking pretty doomed, I'm not gonna lie. All my chaff clearing is gone. Like, I'll forever hold this point, probably, but that's not the problem. The problem is pulling back on this.
Withdraw! Oh yeah! To tune then! Ready
Like,
to
this is too
strike!
cringe.
Malachi Macason! Serpent Slayer! Shifting!
Unless I can get some units back.
For the High King! The Dowie are ready! Fire on the foe! Nothing can stop us! Wyvern Whacker! Drain! Kill them all! For the ancestor gods! Hit your targets well! Right, settle this! Castle!
Even that point's gonna go down.
For the High King! Will do! For the High King! For mountain and home! Miners! Slayers! Vengeance! Move now! We are relentless! They have wronged us! Get moving!
Woeful tidings. The enemy has captured one of your victory points. Take it back.
Killers! Blow through! For the High King! Beards ready! And fire on the foe! Plow through!
You have the foe's victory point.
We are relentless! War machine ready! Awesome! Satisfy the grudge!
What is this pathing? Just shoot the fucking harpies. Dude, shoot the harpies out of the sky. Look. It's not very hard.
For the Karas Angkor! Range far! Range fast! Miners! Kazoo! Shoot the Waziks! Come at them! clear! Miners! Go! On those dwarven lights! Take them down! Shoot! Yes! Yes! Do it! Kill the oath splitters! On! I command the spirit of Bruni! This brute must be satisfied! Shoot the wizards! Attack! Alright! Move it out! War of vengeance! Right far, right fast! Will do! Show us the target, Lord! Mackayson! Dowie, with me! Move now! For mountain and home! Move! The runes glow! Look through The next hill is ours!
You have the foe's victory point.
Okay, me getting bolt throwers is not the win con here at all.
Axes out, lads! Malachi Mackayson! Charge! So, let's go! Shock and all, lads, remember? Ready to serve! Charge! Go! Charge! Get moving! Pump those dwarven legs! Why not? The next kill is ours! Pump those dwarven legs! Go! It is a reckoning! Fight! Score! Go! Strike out!
Another Harpies unit. So annoying.
Move! Now! Put those dwarven lads! Proceeding with axe! Aye! As you command! Take him! Aye! Mackayson! Glorious! Root thrower! Charge! Lord of vengeance! Ready! Warrior of Grimnir! Pick your targets well! Iron Drakes! Yes, Lord! Hazu! Yes!
Damn, the Harpies are just so obnoxious. Holy moly. Terrible to deal with.
Move now! Malachi Mackayson! Ready! Kill them all! Mackayson! Handgun spiked! Iron Drakes! Yes, yes! Kazook! Range far, range fast! Move!
Damn. They just don't die, eh?
Fire on the foe!
This map is so weird. This is such a weird map for dwarves. I don't know.
For the ancestor gods!
Not really a fan. I can't even blasting charge them because they're bugged out. Clearly they're on the ground, but they're flying, so that makes sense.
Go!
Good game.
Range far! Range fast! Shoot! Let the vengeance begin! Charge!
That's a logical thing.
For mountain and hall! Dragon Slayer! All out! Pump those dwarven lights! Move now! Off we go! Charge! Move off! Miners!
Wait, where am I spawning? Oh my god, dude. I keep... One of the worst things is when you accidentally spawn units in, like, the spots you don't want them in.
This kill is ours! Axes out, lads! The clans unite! Yes, yes! Kill 'em! Miners! Kill 'em! Axes out, lads! Get to it! Take 'em down! Miners! Kazook! Kazook! Off we go! Blow through! War of vengeance! Fire! Reload! Fire! Nothing can stop us! Stop! Here goes! Iron Drakes! Fire at them! For the High King! Withdraw! Killers!
One of your units has been destroyed.
Reach fast! Move! Strike out! Yes then! Move to attack! Reach fast! Come on! Take him! Blow through! Miners!
Really?
Ancestors!
I'm so lost as to where the
Take
point is.
aim! It is a reckoning! Shoot! Yes!
Seems like guns aren't very good on this map because the firing lines are just so garbage, like absolute garbage. They seem awful.
Move to attack! Strike out! Vengeance! It's about time!
Yeah, guns aren't very good on this map. This map is... What a weird one, eh? I feel like bolt throwers are a waste. You're supposed to be going for, like, shorter range shooting with lobbed things, such as, like, grudge throwers. Grudge throwers would be amazing here. Like, 2 of them with Malachi sitting in the back getting turbo buffed. Way better than what I'm running. Like, you don't need bolt throwers. I guess just trying them out for the sake of, like, oh, they're new. They got buffed. Cool. But objectively kind of trash. In this map, at least. They don't do anything. Because they can only... The bolt throwers can only guard this. And why does that matter? Realistically, cannons can also only guard this, so, like, yeah, you need a different game plan. Or a different game plan. Anyways, that's it for me. I'm out of here. We're going to lose this one, but I do have to go, so I will be on later. Oh, I'll be on later, and with that being said, I need to leave, so peace. Check the value. Garbage. Kind of garbage on all the artillery, to be honest. They did get shut down too early by just chaff mob trash. All right.